Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Hi. My video wasn't working. I was just sort of seeing whether it's working now.
See Sharon and Petra.
Yeah, hi Sharon.
I don't see your faces though. Your video is not showing. And that's, if you don't want to show yourself, that's okay.
No. I was just having a look at my settings. For some reason my videos it won't. It's enabled.
I'm just setting up a couple of things, waiting for a few more people.
I know Sue's joining because she told me about it. I go to written ratios. I'm not sure why that video is not working. It normally does. I've never had a problem with it.
Yeah, I can see.
Video. Yeah, it keeps coming up.
Hi Sharon. I saw you for a moment.
Yeah, for some reason, apologies, my video won't start. It keeps coming up, failed to start video camera. Select another
We don't
video.
start till 8:15.
Yeah, I'll go to settings and see what I can find.
You open your little chat icon. So Sharon, your video is on, but I don't see you.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I can see myself in the little square.
Hello.
Yeah, see, it's crossed out my video, but it's saying it's on, and it won't let me uncross it, basically.
I keep seeing you and then losing you.
Settings. Maybe USB camera, whether that's it. No.
It's saying that the host has disabled the sharing.
Okay, I can't hear you. Has you got your mute on?
Let's see. No, it's unmuted. That's right.
That's my end.
Right.
Hello. It's nice to see you. Thank you for practicing with me. Petra's.
It's been really great.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Not see, hang on, I'm just going to troubleshooting.
Oh, hi Petra. Sharon.
Hi Sharon. Sorry, I don't, for some reason the video's not working. I don't know why, because I've never had a problem with the video on this before. So
just when you click on your video,
it's saying it's some sort of issue. So I'm just going to troubleshooting and saying what.
There is a new version of Zoom at the moment. If you don't have the new 5 point whatever, that might be the issue if you haven't upgraded it.
Yeah, I did actually. When I first started yesterday, it asked me to update, so I did do that. So let's.
I can always log out and log back in. That's maybe sometimes that helps.
Okay. All right, I might do that.
Yeah, because we're not starting till 8:15. Just thought I'd give people enough time to be able to get in, because I know not everyone's tech savvy, including myself. This is all
Let me just go here.
Look to make sure that no one's having any issues.
Okay.
How was your weekend, Sharon?
Yeah, quite good, thank you. just the usual routine, housework and so forth.
Where do you, are you live aboard, Sharon, or are you at home?
At the moment, I'm away from home, but I was at home at the weekend. I've just come over to Mum's last night. I've got to take her to an appointment today, so
Yeah.
When you're joining us,
so I haven't got my mat. I've just got a towel this morning.
That's all right. Well, Petra, this is my cousin. This is my cousin Sharon, and yeah, say give Arnie a hug for me, Sharon.
I will do, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can log out and log back in and see if that makes a difference.
No worries.
Yeah, I'll just try and log out. So I'll see you back in a minute.
Okay. So I'm at the Southport Yacht Club today, and I'm ready to do some chores. We did a bit of washing last night. So yeah, I come in from being on anchor for a week or so, and yeah, so it's nice to I'll get a touch of land, and it's my birthday on Thursday, I think, on the 4th. So we're meeting up with our son tonight, Matthew, and his girlfriend, and having dinner up at Tedder at the Italian restaurant, one of our favourite haunts.
It's great.
So yeah, it's nice. Maddie, our son, just moved back to the Gold Coast after lived in Darra for about 3 years. So just to be closer to work, and he decided he sick of being there and back to the Gold Coast because this is where he's grown up. So he got a transfer from Rang.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's nice to be up.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's everything going in your? It's just you and I here.
Oh, I was just wondering. Wondering if you were talking to everyone or just.
No, it's just you and me because Petra's.
Yeah. You might have to excuse me if I get called away because sometimes Mum will yell out for something and I might have to disappear.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, no, things are quite good at the moment. I've got 2 sons and a daughter. Our daughter's just moved out of home after being back with us for 6 years, so she's got a house of her own, and we're just learning to live on our own again. The 2 sons have just got 2 children each, 2 new babies, so that keeps us busy and interested.
Nice. That's always lovely. I haven't got any grandkids yet, but there's whispers of living together and moving in, buying a house and getting married and babies. So that's Matt's actually 30 next year. So yeah,
he's quite young yet, so he's plenty of time because my sons are 40, 41 and 40. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, everyone's a bit later these times.
Yeah, they didn't start their families till they're about in their 35.
Yeah, well, I guess sometimes you're more patient. You got more time when you've lived and done a bit of travel, and then
that's right. Yeah,
like Maddie and Alice, his partner, are both have travelled a lot, and so yeah, I don't think they'll. Right, who's Jill? Jill. So Jill's joining us now, so we'll get to see people's faces. Hopefully, that we've been practicing with. Hey, Jill.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, and you?
Good, thank you.
I can't see you, but
Oh, we can't get. Hang on, I started without the video, so start my video. Here we go.
hello.
Hello. Very cold and wet morning here in Melbourne.
So can you just see me, Jill, or have you jumped off the screen, Sharon, or are you still there?
I'm
No,
still
I-
there, but I can shift it. I've put it up a bit higher because I thought you couldn't see me before.
I know that's all right. I don't know why. Normally I get to see, I've never done this before with lots of people, so you'll have to bear with me, but as long as you guys can see me, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to see you as well.
Yeah, I've got you on full screen, Leanne,
Oh, great.
and everybody's down the side. So
Still no video. I'm back, but I don't have video, so I'll have to do it without. Hi, everybody.
Petra.
All right, I'll do it without me, but as long as I can see you, that's the main thing.
Yes, as long as you see me. It's 8:12. We've still got a few minutes. There's at least another 3 or 4 that are joining. So, but I'm mindful that it's their first time for some.
Yeah, it's fine.
Checking to see if they're messaging me at all. Here's Gwen. Hello, Gwen.
Good morning.
hi, Gwen.
Hi. Nice to see you.
Hi, Jill.
Hi.
How are we, Jill, on this wet, rotten Melbourne day?
Yeah, lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. How's Denzel?
He's getting a lot better. Very good. Yeah.
George wants to know when he can play. Look.
Another few weeks. Oh, there's George.
Hey, don't say hello.
George.
Hello.
Round. This is George. This is my down dog. Here we go.
A little bit warm on the Gold Coast today.
I hear you.
All right.
George.
George. There he is.
Kissy, kissy.
There he is.
Morning, Neil.
Morning.
Go away, George. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm just talking to Sue because I know she was having troubles yesterday. She's trying.
I think Lisa's having trouble too. Just ring her. Hi, can't you get on? What's happening? Oh, didn't you? Oh, I'll just send it in the photo. Okay, okay, bye. Lisa's having trouble too getting on.
Okay.
Lisa's just trying, Leanne, to get on.
Okay. Yeah, so is Sue. I just resent Sue the invitation. I'll resend.
Don't you love technology?
Yeah. And you know, it's always that I did that class in the UK, and it worked perfectly last time.
Yeah.
And then this time, or the other day, I couldn't get in. I was like 5 minutes late for class. But anyway, it worked eventually.
I just sent Lisa the ID and everything, so.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I wonder if I think it was Gwen. Was it Gwen? You told me yesterday that obviously I knew too that it prompts you anyway. I think when you sign in that you have to update it to the new.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what Tara said. The girl that teaches here on a Monday, she's got a class later today, and she said upgrade your Zoom, because as of 1st of June things were changing. I tried to, but then I just set my iPad on automatic upgrade overnight, so it seems all right. So yeah, don't know. So
yeah. I think too, it's because mine is upgraded, and I checked. It says it's on the latest, and but I had trouble getting in through the web. But I definitely got in through my app.
oh, okay. Well, I didn't have any trouble getting in today, so I hate these things.
I know. It's so much nicer going to a studio or being out in the park or somewhere. Well, this is a lovely option for me, absolutely.
Yeah, it's great for all of us. I'm sure it's fantastic.
Right.
Mm.
It does work well though, the Zoom meetings.
Yes.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Where are you, Jill? You're in Melbourne? Are
Yes,
you in
I'm
Melbourne?
a Peninsula, not far from Gwen and Lisa.
We all met through yoga, so.
And
yeah.
you're friends with Jill Ayres, right? No?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
You are.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, I don't think these guys are going to get in. They're having issues.
I'll
Wonder
ring
if-
Sue.
I wonder if I could. Well, I was going to say I could stream it to the Facebook group. That might be a bit. I don't think that's going to let me do that now. Are they saying what's happening at all?
Well, Lisa didn't have the numbers, so I've sent her the numbers, the meeting ID. I'll give her a ring.
I'll give you a call, try and talk through it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to mute myself.
Pardon? Yeah, nor can the other girl. So what are you doing? She's trying to.
Okay, so Sue, she just can't get in. So where are you at with Lisa?
Your password's too short. It's, yeah, the password is written on the, because I got in on that password, yeah. So, and then it comes up after with put your name in and your email address again. Mm. No, because that's what I used to go in. That's yeah, I've got Leanne on. And, I haven't started yoga yet, which is waiting for you and Sue to try to get on. Another girl can't get on either. Mm. Yeah, hang on. Let me put you on speaker. Let me look again. Photo. Okay, so the password 7070710.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Yeah. What about the meeting? Yeah.
872588499494.
Correct. That's what I got in on.
Okay, well, it won't even let me join it. It won't let me do anything with that stuff. It took me, when I clicked on the link, it took me to the Zoom, and it asked me to register, and then you know how it comes up with cancel or okay?
Do it a different way. Don't go in through the link.
How will I do it?
Just go into Zoom. That's how I did it. I didn't go in through the link. Just go into your Zoom app.
How am I going to get out of here? Because now I can't get it cancelled yet.
Yeah, just cancel. Just go right out. Go into your Zoom app.
Join a meeting.
Yeah, the same as you do with Tara, right? Go into your Zoom app, join a meeting.
Yeah.
Now punch in your ID. Hang on, I'm just trying to get Lisa in. Okay. No. 9494. Password.
Waiting. Password. What was that?
670 710.
Yep. Okay. Letting me do it this time.
Good.
Thank you, darling.
Okay. See you on. What else did it say? Ask for your email and your name. It did me.
Yeah. So did you put your full name in? Or?
I just put Ben McCullough in, yeah. And then, yeah.
Thank you for your patience, everyone. It's all new today.
Seems, Leanne, that it doesn't want to come in through your link. It only wants to come in if you do it manually.
Okay.
So
I did it manually as well. So maybe it's do it manually.
Who's that? Lisa. Hello. Yoo-hoo. Hello, Lisa.
Hello.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, it's okay. I understand and we're learning, and yeah, I know sometimes it works. And actually, I had problems starting from directly from Zoom as well this morning. So it's technology.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry.
All right, so I'm going to mute. Well, if we could all just let me just check. I would just mute everyone, and we'll get away because Sue's still having dramas. So she said I'll hear her if she dings in. So, all right, let's get started.
Leanne, it did work by going just into Zoom.
Yeah, manually. Yeah.
I just sent her that. I asked her to shut down her iPad, and then I've just sent her a message and say go straight into that and into Zoom. She's very, very new to it, so yeah, she was in trouble yesterday, and I was talking to her, and she worked it all out. But this morning, of course, it doesn't work for her.
Okay.
I think sometimes too, if you go in, if you check it for some reason, it just won't let you back in again. I don't know. It's just quite strange. But yeah, using that Zoom app's the best.
Yeah, just manual.
All right. So is anyone using the playlist today?
No.
Forgot about that.
Me too.
Got that.
All right.
Is that on the email?
I posted it in the group, and I sent it to Petra because Petra's not in our group, but I've sent it to Petra via email.
Okay, yep. All right, it's probably the one. Okay.
Is anyone still there? Oh,
Yes.
That's right.
We're there. I can't see Leanne.
I'm here.
Good.
All right, I'm going to mute everybody now.
Okay. I've got the music.
Good. All right, so I've been playing with my screen. Let's just come to a seated position. Sitting comfortably any way you choose. Close down your eyes. Shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. And then slowly, slowly allow them to melt down. And have your hands on the knees or at your heart center, wherever you're comfortable. Inhale in deeply, moving the shoulders up towards the ears. And then slowly, slowly allow them to melt down. One more of these, bringing the shoulders up towards the ears. And then slowly, slowly allowing the shoulders to relax back into place. Drop the chin to chest. Breathe into the back side of the neck. Release any stress that you're holding in that area. Bring the head back and drop the right ear towards the right shoulder, breathing into the left side of the neck. And bring the head back to center, dropping the left ear towards the left shoulder, breathing into the right side of the neck. And bring the head back to center. And drop the head back, breathing in small sips of air through the nose into the front of the neck. And bring the head back to center. Again, move the shoulders up towards the ears. And then allow them to melt down, slowly, slowly, slowly. Bring your hands to your heart center and setting an intention for bringing you to your mat today. Breathe that intention in. And exhale it out to the universe. Slowly open your eyes, become aware of your surroundings, and come to all fours onto the mat. Placing the hands underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips for some cat-cows to wake up the spine. Allow the belly to fall, broaden through the chest, curl the tailbone looking up. Round the spine, arching up all the way. Allowing the belly to fall again. As you inhale in, broaden through the chest, curl the tailbone up. Tops of the feet planted on the mat. And exhale, all breath out. Looking at the navel as you arch the back up. Arch it up, arch it up. One more of these, allowing the belly to fall, broadening through the chest, looking up. And rounding the spine, arching up, arching up, arching up. One more breath and allow the spine just become in a neutral position. So if you feel that dip in the lower back, inhale in, inflate. Make sure you have that nice flat back. Beautiful. Curl the toes and press back into your child's pose. And just shake the hips from side to side a little. Wake up the hips, the legs. Release the head to the earth and relax just for a few breaths. And then slowly, slowly come to your knees. You can place a rolled up blanket or towel underneath the knees if you like. I'm lucky I've got two mats underneath my knees, so it creates a nice softness and protects the knees. So if you're feeling you want to stand instead of being on your knees, that's fine. Inhale in, raising the arms up towards the sky. Press the chest forward, arch back a little bit. And then come up, arms up towards the sky, and we're floating our arms out shoulder height. We're having a nice gentle twist off to the left. Inhale, raise the arms back up. Press the chest forward, hips forward. Really press the sternum up towards the sky as you reach the arms back so you take any pressure off the lower back. And then gently twist to the right. Arms are out shoulder height. We're looking over the right shoulder. One more breath, inhale in. I can't see any of you. I don't know what I've done to my screen. I can just see myself, so hopefully you just see me. Exhale, arms out. Now, I'm looking at myself in the screen there, and I can sort of see that my arms are in a funny direction. So just make sure, turn the palms down. Make sure that both right arm and left arm are in one line with the shoulders. So you're not dipping like this. Your gaze is over your left shoulder. One more, raise the arms up, press the hips forward, chest forward. And then allow the arms to float off to the right. Again, checking in, turn the palms down, making sure the left arm is in one line, the right arm is in one line, just like our warrior arms looking off towards the right. One more breath and inhale, raise the arms up this time and press back into your puppy pose. So puppy pose, remember the knees are up, the tops of the feet are in the mat, and your chest is moved and your arms are out. You're creating that beautiful length as you're pressing the sit bones back towards the back of the mat. And your arms are reaching out. One more breath, and then as you inhale in, coming up, raising the arms up towards the sky. Really create that length with your fingertips, reaching, 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 making sure the knees are underneath the hips. Press the chest forward, hips forward, just like in camel pose. So we're not trying to move forward like this, trying to keep it all in one line, but the chest is moving up. One more breath and press back down into your puppy pose. And the hips up nice and high, arms out in front of you, trying to find my way in that screen there. And reach the arms out. Feel that beautiful length in the spine. Be really mindful that you're not collapsing into the lower back with this. So you're really reaching. So you're not dipping into the back. You're actually pressing with the hips up, inflating that back, just like I showed you in the beginning with the cat-cow poses. So inhale into the belly, inflate that lower back, and really reach with the fingertips. One more breath. And let's press back into your child's pose. Toes touching, knees as wide as the mat, arms out in front of you. Lower the forehead. And then come up slowly. And let's step the right foot forward between the hands. Bring the hands up to the thighs. And we're coming into our King Arthur or Anjaneyasana pose. So just, you can scoot the front foot out a little bit. Try not to be, like, you don't want to be sort of like this with the knee way over the feet. You want to have the ankle and the knee in one line. So you can just slightly scoot the toes out. I'm getting confused with my toes and my fingers today. Just look behind at that back leg. Sometimes it can be off to the left or the right as well. So either the back foot can be in a sprinter's arch, so that's when the toes are curled, or if you want, you can have the top of the foot flat onto the mat and raise the arms up. So I'll often talk you through instructions like this, so if you're familiar with the pose, just go straight into it, which you will. But I just try to give you a few extra tips there, so you're really feeling that length in that psoas muscle, that beautiful big psoas, that's creating that youth and flexibility in the body. One more breath, and bring the torso over the leg and wrap the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Hands in prayer position, going into our twist. We're raising the right elbow up and we're turning and looking off to the right. Keep breathing, relaxing. Just looking at the screen a little bit to see whether Sue got in, but I can't hear any ding, so she must have given up. We'll send this practice out to Sue today. Bringing both hands down to either side of the right foot and press back into your child's pose. Reaching the arms out in front of you. You can always rock from side to side as well. You don't have to be still, as you know, in this pose. Relax the forehead. And one more breath and coming back up, this time stepping the left foot forward between the hands. Coming up with your hands onto the thigh. Remembering you can scoot that foot out. Check in with that back leg. Make sure the foot or the lower leg and the foot are not twisted to one side. You want to make sure that it's in one line. You're curling the toes in or the sprinters up. And we're lifting our arms up. Our chest is moving forward. And we're really using those fingertips to reach up. So when you notice, when you really extend with the fingertips, you take that any pressure that you have in that lower back area. So really reach up and extend. Relax the shoulders a little bit. One more breath. And now we're twisting. We're taking that right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Hands in prayer position. Raise the left elbow up. We really want to spear the body forward, like you're really moving that head forward. You're creating the length in the spine, and we're all about the spine, creating that length. And breathe into the opening. Squeeze into those belly organs. Relax and breathe. Remembering those inhalations in are shorter than the exhalations out. One more breath, then release the hands back down. And this time I want you to go into downward facing dog. So press the hips up nice and high, creating that beautiful inverted V. Keep your inhalations in long and deep. And breathe all breath out. Maybe lion's breath it out. Send the breath out. We're all in the rooms by ourselves. Stick the tongue out and breathe out. Such a beautiful release. Letting go of any toxins in the body. One more breath. And let's come back onto our knees. Now we're going to bring the right foot forward between the hands. And we're going to slowly walk that right foot towards the left side of the mat. So opening up this IT band that if any of you are runners or at all, that's a beautiful opening for them. So the top of the side of the right foot is on the mat, the little toes into the mat. So, and the calf muscle is rotating out and you're slowly dragging that right hip back, and when you do that, you'll start to feel that opening in that IT band. So keep breathing into it. We'll just stay there for a few breaths. Remember, you can always go and grab a pillow because we are on our knees a little bit today. I don't want you to feel any discomfort in the knees. Keep breathing, relaxing, keep smiling. It's really lovely to see all your faces today. Bringing the knees back down to the mat, and we'll go to the other side, stepping the left foot forward this time between the hands. And we're going to slowly just walk that left foot over towards the right side of the mat, and then just turn the foot on an angle. So the little toe side of the foot is down onto the mat. So the hands are just relaxing onto the mat. And now we're just going to slowly lengthen through the leg, and I want you to walk that left hip back a little bit. It's just a microsecond, micro movement. You're just dragging that foot back. You're feeling that length in that IT band. Relax and breathe. Keep those inhalations and exhalations nice and smooth. In for 3 to 4, out for 4 to 5. One more breath, and then come back. Bring the knees, feet back, and step back into your downward facing dog. So remember, the hands are spread nice and wide, just like the geckos. Rip into the mat, gather the arms in, lengthen through the shoulders, and press the chest towards the mat. We're really moving these sit bones up really high towards the sky. So if you're up on your toes, that's perfectly fine. Or bent knees. But you really want to press that up, and you want to press the chest down. I see a lot of people, I can't see you guys what you're doing, but a lot of people are rounded like this when they're in, or they're looking like they're in plank pose. So one more breath. Press back down onto the mat and press back into your child's pose. But this time I want you to reach around, hold on, clasp onto the hands, and I want you to open up the shoulders, relax the head down to the earth. And then just allow the arms to fall to the earth at the back of the mat, top to the hands, and just shake the hips from side to side, just like you're in the ocean watching the seaweed as they shift from side to side, side to side. And then release the arms out in front of you, come back up, and press back into downward facing dog. And we're going to go into one leg down dog, raising the left leg up towards the sky. So if you want to be on your knees and do this, that's fine. We've done this before in the practice. You can do it like this. So just pressing the right foot over into that imaginary wall, stacking the hips. Or if you want to be up high, I'm going to do it up high. Keep breathing, relaxing. It's just sort of gently looking under that right shoulder. Keep breathing into that hip area where you're feeling the length, and also you're going to, in that straight leg, if you've got the straight leg, you're feeling that length in the left calf muscle, hamstring. Come back down to the knees or into your downward facing dog. Raise the left leg up, press into that imaginary wall onto the right, sorry. The left foot is pressing into that imaginary wall onto the right. Stacking the hips, and our gaze is just under the left armpit. Or if you're on your knees, make sure that your shoulders are underneath, your hands are underneath the shoulders. One more breath. Coming up, pressing the hips up nice and high. And then we're going to move, coming back down onto all fours. We're going to go into pigeon pose. So if you have any issues with your knees, I'll ask you to lie down onto your back and thread the needle. I'll step you through that. But everyone else, walk to the left side of the mat and lower the shin. Look back at the back foot, make sure it's not off to the left or the right. Keep the hips nice and square towards the front. And then we're going to slowly, slowly, like you're sinking into a hot bath, we're moving all the way to the earth. And releasing the arms out in front of us and lowering the forehead. So make sure that you don't collapse over towards the right. It's always a good time you can put a blanket underneath or a block underneath that right hip area. But we don't want to be lying down. I see a lot of, sometimes people, this is cheating when you just lie off to the right like this. You've actually got to be moving to the left and keep those hips nice and square. So breathe into it, relax. And again, we're all going to be different in this pose. Some of us are going to have our shin closer up towards the front of the mat. But if that's too intense, you're going to be dragging that right foot closer to the left hip. And again, you must make sure that, to get the full benefits out of the pose, there's some beautiful options with that back foot, these toes grip into the mat. So you're pressing the top of the foot into the mat, that leg is straight, and you're really gripping into the mat with that foot. And again, we're moving that right hip back. So you're feeling that beautiful opening in that right outer hip area. Top of the little toe is pressing into the mat. One more breath. And we're going to come up slowly. This time changing sides, stepping the left foot forward between the mat, and we're walking that left foot over towards the right side of the mat. Now we're allowing the shin to fall towards the earth. So just go gently, make sure there's no pressure or any issues in the knee. Adjust that left foot, whether you want it to be, if you're more open, you'll be up high. If you're intermediate, you'll be midway. If you're just beginning with this pose, your left is going to be really close to that right hip. So look behind at the back leg, make sure it's not off to the left or the right. But curl the toes and raise the right knee up off the mat, and then allow the knee to fall, top of the foot's onto the mat, grip those toes in. A little bit more instructions today, I hope you don't mind. And then slowly, slowly keeping those hips nice and square, moving the body forward, reaching the arms out in front of you, or you might be just staying up high, and that's perfectly fine. We're all different. Keep breathing into it and sink into the pose. Beautiful hip opening, a very intense hip opening pose. And my apologies, I didn't instruct you if you were, which I hope you were, if you had to, if it's too intense, and sometimes one knee is having more issues than the other. So if you can feel the same length and stretch in this pose by lying down and threading the needle or supine pigeon. I always say we're all different in these poses, so honor your body. One more breath, and then slowly roll over onto the left side and press back into your downward facing dog. So check in with the body. How are you feeling? Are your knees, are your heels closer to the earth? Are your shoulders relaxed? Do you feel comfortable in the pose? Relax and breathe. Neck is relaxed, head hangs. Knees are, elbows aren't, I'm getting my joints all mixed up today. Elbows aren't out like this. You want to gather them in, make sure that you put that nice strong length and strength in the arms. Keep breathing, relaxing. And one more breath, and let's come to a seated position onto the mat. Today we're going to do wide leg seated forward fold. So we bring our legs out nice and wide. Often now, one of my teachers, he doesn't like using yoga mats because it restricts, and I sort of get it. I've put all these 2 mats down here now, but I'm still on the floor. So bringing the legs out wide, and you can either spread the fingers nice and wide and place them behind you and get that beautiful length in the spine, and start to feel that rotation of the pelvis that I keep always talking about. That's so important, that we're not rounding like this, that we're tipping like this, just like we're on the top of a slippery slide. Press with those fingertips, keep the spine nice and long. Curl the toes of both feet and curl them towards the face. And really lengthen through the legs. So when you curl those toes, and you're also sending like a pushing action as such with the heel or the foot. So you're pressing out like this, curling the toes towards you, because you want the toes spread. So that's the curling idea. And you start to feel that length in the legs. You can change the hand position, holding on to the ankles or the feet, and then fold a little deeper. Keep those inhalations in, and as you inhale in, the whole spine lengthens, the crown of the head reaches, and then see if you find a little bit more length, folding over a little deeper. Eventually in this pose, you will be folding closer to the earth, but never rush into it. You'll know when it feels right. Little by little, we open and expand and release. One more breath, coming up slowly. Let's leave the legs where they are, and we're going to do the Pavritta, wide leg. So bringing that right elbow to the inside of the right leg. I want you to I don't want you to fold forward like this. I want you to side tilt the pelvis over that right leg, and I want you to sweep the left arm up towards the sky. So just stay there for a moment. Breathe into it. You can feel some length in the left side body. You can look down at the leg, or you can look up at the left hand. And then inhale in, go a little deeper. If you like, you don't have to. And sweep that left hand over towards the right toes. Keep breathing, relaxing. Most of us are going to be up high like this. That's perfectly fine. But if you are more open and more, you can touch both hands or with the right foot, and you can open up towards the left, go for it. One more breath, coming up slowly. We're going to the other side. The left elbow is on the inside of the left leg, and we're sweeping that right hand up and over the head. So again, make sure that you're not folding forward, that you're just like, I think you've heard me in the instructions, tipping like a teapot. Tip like a teapot over that left leg. And then really open up towards the right and reach that right arm up towards the sky. So try not to put any pressure on the neck. Gaze down at the leg or the knee or under the right armpit. So feel that beautiful length in the right side waist area. You'll feel the length in the leg, the left leg. If you use that action like I've told you, pushing with the foot, you don't want to push away too much. It's just a really micro push. One more breath and come up slowly. And let's bring both feet together for Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So again, rock around on the sit bones, flap the wings of the butterfly to release the inner groins. Keep a smile on the dial. And then inhale, get some length in the spine. You can gently press the elbows to the insides of the legs and just fold forward. Again, we're using that same pelvic rotation. So we're sending the sit bones, your buttocks, you're sending that back towards the back of the mat. And fold and release and breathe into the pose. Breathe into the inner groins. One more breath and release. Now a little challenge pose for you today. I really wish I had my screen set up so much better, but because I'm only just looking at myself, not you. But I'll improve on that. So this is fire log pose. Now I know a lot of you are practicing quite regularly, so you might be open enough to do this. So you're taking the left shin, and then you're crossing the right leg over top of the left shin, the lower shin. So if you're not feeling that and that's too intense for you, don't worry, just sit comfortably cross-legged any way you want. But if this is comfortable for you, I want you to stack both shins. Just press the fingertips behind you and lift the buttocks and move forward a little bit and just sit more comfortably into the pose. So either way, however we're sitting, I want you to take your left hand and I want you to place it to the outside of the right knee, and we're just doing a gentle twist. The right hand is behind you. So we're getting that beautiful length as we inhale into the spine. And then we're going to turn from the chest, broaden through the shoulders and look over the right shoulder. So it's sort of that upper thoracic area that we're moving with rather than that lower torso area. So as you inhale, again, just turn from the thoracic, the chest area, so the upper chest and the upper back. And we're just looking over the right shoulder. So breathe into that beautiful twist. Try not to strain the neck. And then release out of the pose. So if you had your legs stacked in fire log, I want you to change. So this time the right shin and side of the right foot is on the mat, and we're stacking the left leg over top. So again, never feel uncomfortable in this pose if you're not. This is too intense, because it is an intense pose, and you'll feel it in that outer left hip area, outer thigh. You use the fingertips and come up off the buttocks, off the mat, just to move forward a little bit. And this time we're sweeping the right hand to the outside of the left knee. These left fingertips are behind you, just like when we do in Adho Matsyendrasana. pose, but we're not twisting, as I said, we're twisting from the chest and the thoracic area. So we're just turning and looking over the left shoulder. So then the knee, my left knee's up quite high at the moment. And some of us may, if you press down with that left knee and you press back with the left knee as well, that you'll feel a lot more. If you're more open, you may need to do this, like pressing down with the left knee, just not with your hand or anything, just using your own body to do it, and then press back with the left hip. That's, ow, I can feel that, that's really intense. One more breath. And release out of the pose. Okay, bring the legs out in front of you and shake it out a little bit. We're opening up those hips nice and deep today. All right, so we're changing now from moving from the thoracic area to the belly with the Ardha Matsyendrasana. Left leg out straight. Now, again, giving you a couple of options today. If you would like to roll over onto the left hip and sweep that left foot to the outside of the right hip, put the fingertips down onto the mat, move the buttocks forward and sit over towards the left. So you're grounding down with both sit bones. But if you're not feeling that, you can have the leg out straight. That's perfectly fine. Reach the left arm forward and we're wrapping the elbow around the leg, or you can have the elbow on the outside of the right knee. We're turning from the belly, broadening through the chest, and we're looking over the right shoulder. Keep breathing, relaxing. Keep those inhalations in for 3 to 4, out for 4 to 5. Try not to lift the right buttocks up off the mat. We want to press down with the buttocks, that right buttocks, and we want to press back in those micro movements. When you do that, you'll feel that even in the glutes. Really squeeze those belly organs. Keeping our digestive tract nice and healthy with these beautiful twists, changing sides. Send a big exhale out as we move to the other side. So the right leg is out in front of us this time, placing the left foot to the outside of the right knee. Now roll over onto the right hip. If you're sweeping that right foot to the outside of the left thigh, using the fingers onto the mat, move the buttocks up and sit over towards the right. Otherwise, remember, have the straight leg. Perfectly fine. Sweeping the arm forward, wrapping it around the leg. If you've got the straight leg, make sure those toes are curled towards you. And turn from the belly, broaden through the chest, look over the left shoulder. Then our Ardha Matsyendrasana pose. Well, this is Ardha Matsyendrasana pose. With the leg out straight, half spinal twist. Or if you need more opening, I know we're all at different levels. So you can have the elbow to the outside of the left knee and turn and squeeze those belly organs. You can really feel that twisting. Actually, when you put the elbow on the outside of the knee, you can really feel those organs squeezing together. Keep breathing, relaxing. One more breath and release all that fresh oxygenated blood through the body. Again, shake those legs out a little bit if you need to. Let's come and lie down onto our mats now. We might just do a couple of supine pigeon poses as well today. So really giving those hips a good workout. Bringing the both knees up, and we're taking that right ankle, placing it just below the left knee. Or some people call this thread the needle, the supine pigeon. Grip the hands behind the back of the leg, left leg, and lie down on the mat, making sure that your head, your neck, and your spine is all in one line. So spread the toes, use the right elbow to open up that hip area on the outer side. You notice when you press the elbow, the right elbow into the right leg, you'll feel more opening in that outer hip area thigh. But if that's too intense and you've had enough of that workout today, just relax and back up a little bit. So try not to bunch up the shoulders while you're doing this pose. Some of us are like, we're sort of bunched up like this. You just really need to relax the shoulders. All it is just, again, I'm using that word micro a lot today. So you're pressing the tailbone down towards the mat, and it's just a gentle micro movement of the hands, bringing that left knee towards the chest. So you notice both my feet, the toes are spread. So I'm using all the muscles of the body. So we're not just hanging out here, just pressing the knee forward. We're actually using every little muscle in the body by gripping the arms, the hands, the legs. It's just amazing what you can do for your body. That's why I love yoga so much. Changing sides. So this time the left ankle is just below the right knee. Reach through the gap you created in the legs. Remember again, make sure that when you lower the head down, that the neck, just do it gently, the neck, the head, the spine's all in one line. Using that left elbow as much intensity as you want today. Spreading the toes, moving the knee towards you. Keep breathing those inhalations in, exhalations out. Long and deep. And one more breath and release the legs and bring the feet up towards the sky. Now, if you had a strap, you can use a strap or a belt. You could use that in this pose. Or if you can reach the toes, go for it. But we don't want to be up like this with our buttocks up really high. You actually want to have our spine really long along the mat. So we're all going to be different if you have a belt or a strap or a t-shirt or anything. Hold on. This is sort of like the same pose as Paschimottanasana. Keep breathing, feeling that length. Use the heels to press up. I did a video once of a slow motion of feeling this length. So you press with the heel up towards the sky, curling the toes towards you, and then you feel that length. You lengthen in the calf muscles and the hamstrings. I'm taking over from Jill today, I think. I'm Miss Teacher. got my real teaching going on today. But you know, they're great tricks to know and understand. A lot of the times you can do some of these poses for years and you don't realize that you're actually not getting the full benefit out of it. So yeah, try it. Just try that really slow motion movement as you press that left up towards the sky and feel that beautiful length in the legs. One more breath and then allow the legs to come open. So whether you're using the strap or whether you're holding onto the backs of the legs, the thighs, the calf muscles, or the feet, remembering not to have the buttocks up. We want it to be down. Or opening up those inner groins, or you can have the hands on the insides of the legs. Sometimes that helps you a little bit more, to give a little bit more opening. All different. One more breath and release the strap if you had one. Bring the knees into the chest and roll around clockwise, anti-clockwise, giving the lumbar a nice little massage. And let's do our supine butterfly pose, bringing our feet together, holding onto the feet. Press that tailbone down. Feel the length in the inner groins. We're coming into some of the final poses today. One more breath. And bring the knees into the chest. And then two options today, whether we want to do a supine eagle legs twist. So if you want to do eagle legs, you can. If you don't, you can just bring the knees into the chest and allow them to fall over towards the left. Otherwise, take the left leg up, beautiful straight leg, cross the right leg over the left leg and wrap the toes around the calf muscles, and then allow the legs to fall over towards the left. So either way, we're all getting the nice, same beautiful twist, bringing the left hand and placing it on the knees and taking the right arm out towards the right and raise it up a little bit higher, up towards the back of the head, towards the back of the mat. And your gaze is just over the right shoulder or towards the right side of the mat. Another beautiful twisting to help your digestion health. Breathe into it, relax. Remembering you can always have a block underneath the knees if you like to help support you if you're feeling that you're trying to keep those knees up off the mat. But again, you really need to just allow the whole body to relax over as it drops instead of trying to hold the knees. And one more breath. Ooh, felt that untwist in my spine then. Coming back with the knees into the chest, roll around clockwise and clockwise for a couple of moments, giving your lumbar another little massage. Taking the legs up towards the sky if you're doing eagle pose. Otherwise, bring the knees into the chest and allow them to fall over towards the right. So bringing the legs up, this time right leg crosses underneath the left calf muscle, and we're allowing them to fall over towards the right. Bringing the right arm onto the knees. If you're feeling any uncomfortable in the knee area, please unfold the legs and just allow the knees to come together and stack and fall to the other side. Raising the left arm up, and you're just looking off towards the left. As you inhale in, you can, as you exhale, maybe deepen the twist a little more. One more breath, and bringing the knees into the chest, rolling around clockwise, anti-clockwise. I want you to just rock forward, and just before we go into supine or into Shavasana, I want to just do a crocodile pose, because sometimes this is a nice action after we've done some twisting, or just to relax that belly and that lower back. So take the right forearm, place it on the mat. You know the drill, crocodile, stacking the forearms, and bring the legs wider than the mat and allow the head to fall. Sometimes this is, we always finish in Savasana, but this would be a nice way to finish the practice as well, an alternative of lying in crocodile pose. So what I want you to do here is take your long, deep inhalation in, And feel the belly expanding underneath you. Hold that breath for a count of 3 to 4. And then send all breath out long and deep, as long and as deep as you can, allowing that lower back to relax and the belly to sink. And just relax into the pose. One more breath, taking a long, deep inhalation in. And then breathing it all out fully, relaxing, releasing, letting go. Sink into the pose, relax. One more breath. Take a long, deep inhalation in for a count of 6 to 7 if you can. Breathe it in. Hold. Then release, let go. Breathe it all out for a count of 7 to 8 to 9 to 10, whatever the breath allows. It's amazing how much breath you can release out. And then relax into the pose. Now, an option to stay there, or if you want to roll over and lie down onto your back, bring the legs up towards the sky for a happy baby pose before we release into our final pose today, Shavasana. Holding onto the sides of the feet, pressing with those fingertips into the feet, feeling the whole spine lengthen along the mat. And then release the legs towards the mat for the final pose, Shavasana. Allowing those feet to flop open towards the sides. The arms are out, the palms are up. Raise the head up if you're in Shavasana, and then lower it back down, making sure it's in one line with the neck and the spine. Allow the fingertips to release into the mat. The backs of the hands. The arms. The shoulders. The upper back. The neck. The head. Allow them to let go, to feel heavy. Imagine you're lying in a hammock. Feel that weightlessness. Lower back, belly relaxes. Legs, knees, feet and ankles, toes are heavy. Swinging in that imaginary hammock. Imagine the sun gently warming your body. The sway of a palm tree. Release, let go. Sink a little deeper. Allow the body to relax a little more. Be thankful for everything that happens in your life. It's all an experience. Great things happen to those who don't stop believing, trying, learning, and being grateful. Always remember people who have helped you along the way. And don't forget to lift someone up. Slowly start to move your fingers and your toes. Roll over onto the right side of your body. And make your way up to a seated position where we began the practice today. Close down the eyes, place the hands onto the knees or at your heart center. Sit nice and tall, crown of the head reaching towards the sky. Try not to sit perfectly. That's impossible. Feel comfortable. Check in with how your body feels. Let's finish the practice today with 3 level breaths. Place the right hand on the belly and the left hand on your heart. Just gently. Take 3 small sips of air like you're sipping through a straw to the lower belly. Hold for 3. 3 small sips of air to the lower ribs. Hold for 3. 3 small sips of air to the upper chest, heart, lungs. Hold all for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe all breath out. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Bring the hands to the third eye between the brow and back to the heart center and bowing. Namaste, everybody. Have a beautiful day. Spread this feeling around and keep smiling. I'll unmute everybody and see who's still there. Is everybody there? Jill? And,
Can you hear me?
I can hear somebody.
That's Petra. Thank you very much, Leanne. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Had set me off for a good day.
You too. Thank you for joining, Petra. Hope to see
All
you
right.
again.
Yes, thank you. I have to go now. So, all right, I'll help Sue with the next Zoom meeting.
Oh, thank you.
Not a problem. Namaste. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Leanne. That was a nice stretch out.
You're welcome. If I got Jill. Hello. I don't know what I did with my screen. If everyone else has probably got. Did you see everyone on the screen, or did you just see yourself? Oh, I see me. Jill?
Yeah.
That's all right. No, that's all right.
I didn't hear you.
Saying I wanted to hear everybody, see everyone on the screen, and all I saw was myself. Now this is. Yeah, I don't know what. Last time I had it set up so I could see everyone, but for some reason it wouldn't let me. So joys of technology. So I was there still talking to myself, even though I knew you were there. Well, have a lovely day. I know that what's up today, it's not chores for me, but yes. So who else is still there? Is Gwen still there? Lisa?
Gwen's here. Gwen's muted. And so's Lisa.
Oh, she is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, muted? Oh, sorry. I thought I unmuted everybody.
That's it, Gwen.
I did press
Yeah, I unmuted myself. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, great.
Oh.
Hey, George.
George. Slow beginning, but we got there.
Yes.
Okay, bye everyone.
That was lovely. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Yes, yes. Technology will make. Bye.